So welcome to the first video of the Teaching Assistant Preparation Programme. In this video, I am just going to take you through a couple of solo exercises. There's just one and there are two different parts to it. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen with you. So this unit includes reflecting upon your experiences of teaching or being taught and applying an understanding of deep and surface learning to how that differs when we're thinking about teaching in a higher education context. So the first part of the exercise is to read through the handout from the Oxford handout, and it's called Deep and Surface Approaches to Learning. What I want you to do is make a note of a definition for what deep learning is and what surface learning is and how both are facilitated. I'd like you to then consider if there's a place in your approach, if there's a place for your approach in higher education learning, and if so, where? What sort of spaces might facilitate a surface learning approach? And what sort of spaces might facilitate a deep learning approach? So how do the differences in these approaches benefit different disciplines, different types of learning? Once you've done that, I want you to mind map your experiences of teaching or being taught. So that might be in school, college, university. It might be around learning a hobby, a musical instrument, teaching in a school or in a university. It might be that you've taught in the UK or overseas. Just map out the different places where you've spent time teaching or learning. And then what I'd like you to do is considering what you've read around a deep and surface learning approach. I want you to make any observations about how teaching and learning can be similar or can be different in a UK-based university. So what you'll have at the end of this is you'll have a few bullet points around what the definition of deep and surface learning is, how it's facilitated and where it can be used. And then you'll have a map of your own experience of teaching or being taught. And you will have had a think about how teaching and learning in higher education can be similar or different to the other experiences that you've had. Finally, what we're going to do in the session is we're going to have a look at this in relation to Bloom's taxonomy. So I just want you to just have a quick look at this model, and I'm going to take you through this in the session. I may or may not be facilitating the actual online Zoom session. If I am, I look forward to seeing you there. If not, I hope you find this video and other videos useful in taking you through that process.